Good, happy Sunday evening, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. We have a lot of news to get to, so let's begin. We begin with breaking news. At least 27 dead after gunman opens fire inside Texas church. Let's take a listen to the video from National Desk staff. And this is live video feed you're watching right now, waiting on a press conference, as you can see. Once that press conference begins, we will bring that live to you right here on the Riley King Network. Here is what we know right now. At least 27 people are feared dead after a gunman opened fire during a service at a Texas church Sunday. The shooting happened around 11:30 a.m. local time at the First Baptist Church in Sutherland Springs, approximately 40 miles southeast of San Antonio. KSAT reports at least 27 people have been killed in the shooting. Wilson County Commissioner Albert Games Jr. corroborated those numbers and added that as many as 24 others could be injured. Frank Pori, the pastor of the First Baptist Church pastor, tells ABC News that his daughter is among the dead. CBS News reported a 6-year-old boy identified as Ryan was shot 4 times during the shooting. His uncle says the young boy is currently in surgery. Witnesses say as many as 20 shots were fired, though police have not confirmed the exact number of gunshots that were fired. According to police, the gunman was killed after a short chase following the shooting. The name of the suspect has not been released at this time. Multiple helicopters have left the scene to transport victims to area hospitals. President Donald Trump, who is away on Japan, said he is monitoring the situation. He said in a tweet, May God be with the people of Sutherland Springs, Texas, and FBI and law enforcement are on scene. I'm monitoring the situation from Japan. Texas governor tweeted that his prayers were with the victims and that an update from Texas Department of Public Safety would be available soon. U.S. Texas Senator Ted Cruz and John Cornyn both released a statement on the shooting, with Cornyn calling the situation heartbreaking. And Cruz saying, keep all the Hemen in Southland Springs in our prayers and grateful for our brave first responders on scene. This is a developing story. Check back with more updates as we get more updates into our newsroom. Police investigate whether burglary linked to man claiming to work for utility. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9, Tim Callery.
Thursday evening, Brentwood police received a call about a break-in here on Bartlett Road. Just 2 days before, the department also received reports of suspicious men on nearby Lyford Lane.
We did receive numerous phone calls from residents in the area that there was a blue pickup truck coming, and men were going door to door, and they were asking if they had power yet.
Neighbors say the two claimed they worked for a utility company, but the truck they were in did not have any markings or decals. Now police are trying to figure out if they are behind the Bartlett Road break-in.
It could be. We have some good leads right now. The investigation's ongoing.
I think it's terrible. They'll take advantage of anything, really, today. I just can't understand it.
Helen Andrewchuk says she'll be keeping an extra eye out around the neighborhood, which is exactly what police are asking residents to do.
Definitely, yeah. The door will be closed. It won't be open, that's for sure.
Just anything out of the ordinary, different vehicles that they don't see in the area often, people that they don't see in the area often. It's a small town. Everyone knows everybody. Just give us a call anytime, and we'll head over there and check it out.
And Eversource New Hampshire says they've also been alerted to scammers asking residents for money to turn their power back on. Now, a representative for the company says that would never happen, and they encourage residents to report suspicious activity. Live in Brentwood, I'm Tim Callery, WMUR News Now.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. A historic Scituate restaurant destroyed by fire, early morning fire. Let's take a listen to the video from WCVB, Boston.
Morning. This started at 4:30 this morning. The road is still closed behind me, and no one was inside at the time. You can see some people inside now, just taking a close look at all the damage. The chief says, by the way, they're investigating the back of the building. Flames were shooting through the roof when we arrived at Jamie's Pub on Gannett Road in North Scituate. This is a staple of the community since 1967. I spoke briefly with the owner. His family is devastated. It was opened by his dad, Jamie Constantine, 50 years ago. A sad coincidence. His dad died exactly 10 years ago yesterday. And the restaurant has long been a popular spot with locals for meals throughout the day. So this is breakfast?
Yeah, every Sunday. We like going to the games and drinking and playing Keno, and it's very local restaurant. A lot of people that come, regulars.
As for the building with the roof caved in, it is a total loss. Take another look at that roof. You can see really not much left. This building will definitely have to come down. And we're supposed to serve breakfast at 6:30 this morning. The cause remains under investigation. We're live in Scituate. Josh Brigadier, WCVB News Center 5.
Okay, and there you go on that report. We will keep you updated as we get more information on what the cause was. Five days after storm, nearly 13,000 CMPC customers are still without power. Let's take a listen to the video from WMTW News 8.
Level up with the brand new Nissan Rogue Sport. Yeah, right. With a round view monitor. Wow. Take on today. Get to your local.
Right now, crews from Central Maine Power probably not all that well rested. They've been working around the clock to restore power to thousands of Mainers who are still in the dark from Monday's storm.
This has been going on for days now. Thousands of linemen from 14 states to Canadian provinces joining this effort. News 8's Erin Dixon is live in Portland this morning. She's been talking with CMP officials about their recovery. Good morning, Erin.
Good morning, Joe and Kathleen. Joe, as you said, these crews may not be well rested, but I have to say the many that we have seen pull out this morning have been very friendly, waving. They must know that they're nearing the end. They're nearing the end. Can you talk a little bit, Gail, about what morale's like at this point for the crews?
People's spirits are still very high. They're smiling. They're everybody's still getting along with one another. And, we've got a great team here, not just within our own company, but with all the mutual aid crews and, and all the people in the offices, working behind the scenes and working in support roles. The spirits are still up. We all want this to be over as soon as we can finish it up. And, so we're keeping our spirits up.
And in terms of those people who are still without power, what do you have to say to them at this point?
And we know that, all the progress we've made, we know that if you're still without power, we know they want their power back. We know they want to know when it's coming back. And we want them to know that we are going to be out here, even beyond the end of today. We're going to be out here every day until we get everybody back up. And at this point, in many cases, we're literally putting one customer on at a time. That's the point we are at. And it's slow going, it's labor intensive, but we're still committed to working 24/7 until the last customer is back up.
And, we have spent our morning here, and we really just want to thank the crews. Do you think that you've got that response from people out, that they are thankful for all the work that's been done?
They are. There are a couple of things. People have expressed their gratitude, but what's really touching is when people express concern for the crew's safety. I mean, from the minute it started until, right now, people are still saying, stay safe, don't rush and forget about safety. And that's really touching that everybody is concerned for our crew's safety. It is a difficult job. There are a lot of risks involved, and we're glad to see that our customers share the same commitment for safety that we do.
Of course, and the storm, what a week it has been for both crews and those without power. Of course, we're all happy to see this progress made, and still some more work to be done, as we said, guys, but how far we've come in this week.
Okay, and there you go on that report. We will keep you updated until everyone is restored in Maine. Trump in Japan taunts U.S. military might. Let's take a listen to the video from ABC News.
Like beneficial bacteria. Fortunately for me, each cup of Life kefir contains billions of probiotic bacteria, which make a tasty addition to my collection, which I keep in my gut. Lifeway, be a probiotic billionaire.
President Trump is waking up in Hawaii this morning. We've got some pictures from the president's Instagram account as he greets the locals wearing a lei.
In a few hours, he'll be leaving Hawaii for a 13-day trip to Asia. He starts in Japan, then it's South Korea, China, Vietnam, and the Philippines, all amid serious concerns about the threat of a nuclear North Korea.
But domestic concerns will not evaporate just because the president is away. In fact, before leaving for this trip, the president slammed the Justice Department for not investigating Hillary Clinton and the Democrats.
Critics say the president is trying to distract from the Russia investigation, including new questions about this meeting with a foreign policy advisor named George Papadopoulos, who's now cooperating with federal investigators.
We have team coverage this morning, and we're going to start in Tokyo, where ABC's senior White House correspondent Cecilia Vega is standing by. Cecilia, good morning to you.
Hey guys, good morning to you. This is going to be a jam-packed trip for President Trump. It's his longest trip abroad since taking office. North Korea, of course, front and center, not to mention, as you say, all those controversies back at home. The first leg of the president's longest trip abroad kicked off in Hawaii, where President Trump and the First Lady were welcomed with leis. After meeting top military brass,
I'll tell you, this is very special to be in Hawaii.
The president made his first ever visit to Pearl Harbor. He and First Lady Melania Trump boarded a boat to the USS Arizona Memorial, where they laid a wreath and tossed white flower petals at the side of the sunken ship, honoring the more than 2,400 Americans who died in the attack. Before leaving the White House on Friday, the president announced he'll be abroad even longer than planned. His trip, now a 13-day run to 5 Asian countries.
And I think we're going to have great success. We'll be talking about trade. We'll be talking about, obviously, North Korea. We'll be enlisting the help of a lot of people and countries.
The threat of North Korea looms large, but the Russia investigation back home also has the potential to overshadow what's being called his most important foreign trip yet. This morning, the Trump administration faces lingering questions about this March 2016 campaign meeting. where, according to court filings, Foreign Policy Advisor George Papadopoulos told the group, including President Trump and now Attorney General Jeff Sessions, he had connections with Russia that could help arrange a meeting between Trump and Vladimir Putin.
I don't remember much about that meeting. It was a very unimportant meeting. Took place a long time. Don't remember much.